I'll admit I may have seen better days, but I'm still not to be had for the price of a cocktail.
Is he hot, or does he just have a nice car? Is he hot, or can he just lift weights? Is he hot, or does he just make 6 figures? Is he hot, or does he just look good in a tank top? Is he hot, or does he just look cute holding that baby? Is he hot, or does he just own a really cute puppy? Is he hot, or is he just over 6 foot tall? Is he hot, or did he just pay your rent?
Did I say that?
Yes, you did.
Did I?
You said that there, and that's...
Do you know what? I didn't even remember saying that.
Welcome to Sex Education with Jana. Yes, we're grown adults, but we all need a refresher from time to time. And I heard a fact the other day that completely freaked me out, so I thought I would share it with you. When it comes to putting on condoms, you don't want to rip them open with your teeth, because that's how tears get in condoms, and that's how people fall pregnant. We ain't got time to be pregnant. We've got a big year ahead of us. So use your hands, inspect the condom, then put it on. No teeth, no tears, no STDs, no babies.
I'm a simple girl. Always loved the countryside. It's all I've ever known, really.
Sorry, first time being kidnapped, kinda nervous. So, like, why did you pick me? Do you think I'm cute?
I'm gonna kill you.
Okay, daddy vibes, we love a bad boy king, and I wanna die.
There's something wrong with your generation. Freeze! Police! You're safe now, ma'am.
Okay, ew, police, it's not that deep, chill. And did you just assume my gender? Because that's offensive.
But I'm here to say...
That's offensive.
But you were...
That's offensive.
Okay, so last week I caused a bit of a stir, and it's because I wrote an article saying I'm 38, I am so single, and it's actually my fault. I know it's my fault because I discovered something called NRE. It's called New Relationship Energy, and I am addicted to it. It basically means you froth for staying in that energy of new relationships. So, you know, the excitement of the first kiss, the excitement of sleeping together for the first time, you know, the first couple of texts. And that releases serotonin and dopamine and all those lovely chemicals that just you keep wanting more. The problem is the longer you're in a relationship, you start flatlining, and that doesn't feel fun. And then I start getting a bit, you know, ants in my pants, and I want to get that same new relationship energy back again. So I keep getting rid of these poor guys who are awesome guys. I always regret it. Looking for that new serotonin rush, that new dopamine rush from new relationship energy. Anyway, I'm 38 now. I'm definitely ready for a relationship. So I've started going to this fabulous therapist. She's French, she's a little bit scary, and she suffers no fools, which is perfect for me. So she's given me a few tips for how to conquer this addiction to new relationship energy and learn how to get through that boring stage and back into, you know, a steady relationship. So I'm going to share with you her tips. Okay, the first tip is when you feel like you're flatlining, you know, the rush, the excitement because of the start of the relationship is gone, you need to, instead of calling it off, because I'll quickly send a text or have that "it's not you, it's me" chat, which to be fair is true, and just call the thing off because it in my head it's done, but it's not done. I just need to step back, take a breath, and just take it a little bit slower. Give myself time to breathe and refocus on the things that I actually like about them. The second tip is when you feel like you need to run, because if you've got new relationship energy addiction like I do, once you feel it flatlining, you just want to run. So instead of doing that, center yourself. So go out in nature, put your feet on the ground, breathe, take a moment, maybe meditate, and realize that you're just having a moment. This isn't a final decision. Let the freak out pass over you, recenter, and know that you're not going to feel that freaked out for long. Number 3 is go and do something fun with your partner. You know, if you're in that honeymoon period, you're probably just getting Netflix, pizza, and chilling. To get that rush of new relationship energy back, Go do something fun, go rock climbing, go for a hike somewhere you've both never been before. Go do something that creates endorphins through, stepping outside your comfort zone and do it together. So that's the next step. And then the final step, number 4, is to chill, stop seeing them 5 times a week, organize something just once a week. Give yourself time to miss them and to bring back that new relationship energy by not, overwhelming yourself with seeing them all the time. Just go back to seeing them once a week and let yourself miss them. So there are some tips to help you stop sitting in that new relationship energy zone and learn how to get to the next era of the relationship, which yes, is, steady, but that doesn't mean it has to be boring.
The post wall in the videos you just saw is Jana Hocking. Despite her being single, almost 40 this year of 2024, she's an internet dating coach who teaches other women about relationships. Yes, women are paying her or taking her advice on how to get men, when she's way past her prime with no kids and more importantly, no man. She wrote today's article on the Daily Mail, which a famous British-style tabloid attacking and slandering the Manosphere and a famous Manosphere personality. And no, it's not Tate. The title of the article is, Jana Hocking, I have discovered a secret group of disturbed men who prey on vulnerable single women. Here are the slimy tactics they use to break hearts. MGTOW isn't secret, and the Passport Bros are taking the internet by storm, especially TikTok. I guess she characterized the Manosphere this way for dramatic effect. The subtitle of the article is, Jana reveals her run-in with Incels. That's what our detractors call us, Incels, to paint us all with the worst brush. Yep, they themselves don't like to be generalized like so-called HOEs or leftover women, but they sure love to call us Incels without thinking twice. The second subtitle reads, Read more. There's one huge issue men have with their marriages. It's not just one issue men have with marriage, but a whole host of them. Primarily, modern women are not marriage material. They're not even girlfriend material. Just a quick lay. And the bigger problem is, they think they are. They're the Honda Civic who thinks they're a Ferrari. And some do have a kit that makes them look similar to a poor man's Ferrari. But at the end of the day, they're still a Honda, and no, not a 1995 Acura NSX, the best Honda to ever be made. Before we go any further with the video, let me share today's comment of the day. Shout out to the principal officer who shared, Women grant access, but men control the relationship. When you have a high body count, you are the bad investment. Thank you for sharing these wise words of wisdom. Sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. So don't forget to reach out to my email to claim your $5. As always guys, I'll pick one comment from each video. It may be the funniest, the most liked, or one that moved me, so don't forget to leave a comment and you may be our very next winner. So be sure to hit that like and subscribe button as it helps out a ton. So now let's get right back into the video.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow.
It starts off. Just when you thought the dating world had surely reached its peak toxicity, along comes a group of men who want to vindictively blow up dating altogether. Who made the dating and marriage scene toxic? How can incels make a dating scene toxic when they're not even dating or getting laid? That's so-called feminist logic. Why? Because they are upset that we women won't sleep with them. This would be slightly hilarious if these men's intentions weren't so evil and frankly dangerous. They call themselves incels who are involuntarily celibate. So men going monk mode is now dangerous? That's what the MGTOW for the most part is. Men deciding to opt out of dating or dealing with Western women altogether. They are becoming so popular amongst the male community that they've even been included in the Oxford Dictionary as members of an online community of men who consider themselves unable to attract women sexually. They are typically associated with views that are hostile towards women who are sexually active. She's painting the whole manosphere with the black pillars or the incels. This is disingenuous, but she has a business to run. She teaches modern women how to date like quote-unquote boss women. To her, it's the guy's fault for getting mad when they found out they weren't the only one that's giving her relationship benefits. It's their fault for thinking they are owed a monogamy relationship, even though she has led them to think they're the sole man in her life, so she continues to get the relationship benefits. Basically, they blame women in society for their lack of romantic success, and their ideology is rooted in the belief that women have too much power in the sexual sphere and are therefore ruining their lives by rejecting them. Sounds bonkers, right? It does sound bonkers because it's a fake argument. They're not complaining about women having so-called power in the dating scene. They're complaining that women are being duplicitous. They're complaining that women will give them enough interest to keep them around and waste their time. They're complaining that they're only going on dates to give women free meals or costly experiences. They're complaining that women are divorcing and taking half the man's assets and future earnings, especially if there's kids involved. Then the man becomes a child support slave for 18 years. To sum it up, the West is affected by hoflation, because never has there been a time when men did so much for such low-quality women. Most men under 35, including the Chads and Tyrones, have never experienced a real girlfriend experience. That is, a woman who cooks and cleans for them. Surely it has nothing to do with their sweaty, creepy, negative nature. It's us women. We are the problem because we choose to say no thanks rather than get nude for them. Calling men creepy right off the bat is one of my biggest pet peeves, and this is a black flag, because it's putting a false accusation label on men, and they're throwing it around like it's nothing. If they're willing to label a man a creep instantly, they will have no problem making a false accusation against men. Best believe it. How dare we? They even have an online forum called Incels.is where they vent about their hatred towards women and brag about the very dark things they've done to get revenge against women. They call this revenge Chad fishing, and it involves setting up fake online dating profiles posing as a Chad, a conventionally attractive male, to lure women in. This isn't revenge on women, but it does expose how shallow most modern women are. It's been proven with these fake Chad profile experiments. Today's women will overlook any and every crime if the guy is physically attractive, which includes murder and crimes against children. Also, a majority of men in MGTOW don't do online dating. They've walked away. Once they've matched on the app, they will set up dates, get the women to take expensive Uber rides, then tell them they've gone to the wrong location and watch as they rush to meet them somewhere else before blocking them. It's truly toxic and cruel. That's not cruel, it's funny. And this dating coach is acting like women don't use men they're not interested in for free meals or free dates. As if these modern women aren't ghosting their dates at the last minute because another man offered them an even more expensive dinner or just was 3 inches taller with bigger biceps. Some of the stories on the forum are so disturbing I can't even list them here. Sadly, being a female and having a dating column that talks openly and honestly about all things dating and sex, I have long been a target for men like this. Good lord, and nothing angers an incel who can't get laid. Quite like a woman documenting her fun adventures doing exactly that. That's part of being a public figure. Women all the time want the advantages of celebrity status or dating an athlete without the negatives. They want to date the rapper who will stop sleeping with busloads of groupies just for them. They want to be famous without getting the backlash of being famous. It comes down to, they don't want to face the consequences of anything, especially their actions. Kevin Samuels used to say this all the time. Accountability is a woman's kryptonite. The first time it happened was in early 2019 when I first began writing about my single shenanigans. Hold on, she just described her dating life as shenanigans, yet during the whole article till now, she acted like she and most women are these chaste, honest women churchgoers who will only kiss a man on the cheek after the 4th date before getting married to him. That self-admission is all you need to know about her. And she wonders why she's single. It's because she's still playing games. A man with a large following on Instagram started writing vile messages under my posts and in my DMs. When I looked at his Insta profile, I discovered that he was popular because of the vile ways he targeted women. He would share screenshots of his horrific messages to female celebrities and influencers, taunting them endlessly. His audience clearly couldn't get enough of it. So gross. That's what happens when you're online. You get trolled. That's why there's a block feature on most social media apps, dummy. I had a podcast and decided to ask him to come on it as a guest to share with my audience why he loves trolling women. He agreed and gave me a phone number to call him on alongside a request to show me your tits. Charming. I called the number and surprise, surprise, it wasn't a real phone number. So I decided to block him and get on with my life. Well, that was the plan anyway. What he did next was dark and deeply spiteful. He took a screenshot of my Instagram account and wrote the following message to his 100,000 plus followers. So before Dill was locked up, this reporter at Jana Hawking was trolling him saying he was scared. He agreed to do the interview and then she blocked him when she realized he was intimidated by her big words. Everyone go message her and say, what? Given she's a modern woman, I can't believe her on anything for face value, especially when I'm just hearing her side of the story. So giving out the wrong number is funny, but most women, especially feminists, will not debate red-pilled men. In my opinion, I would not be surprised if she ghosted the guy, just like the many men she's ghosted in real life. Yes, this guy constantly refers to himself in third person. Cringe. Over the next 24 hours, my Instagram was inundated with creepy males saying what under my pictures and in my DMs. It was wild. This lingered for about a week before he obviously found some other poor female to harass, and the whats eventually stopped clogging my feed. Since then, the harassment has continued from similar men with large online presences. When she claims harassment, yeah, there might be a couple of people trolling her, but it's probably most men calling her out on her posts. It's men exposing her ideas. There's the creepy bald guy in America who has 500,000 followers on his YouTube channel who dissects my articles each week. She's talking about Joker, and again, she's throwing around the insult to slander him, because he makes her look out to be the fool that she is. He's debating her bad ideas because once again, she's single and post-wall. She's not happily married with the man of her dreams raising kids, and all her response is to call names and belittle his looks. Just wait till this bee hits the wall. I hope men call her ugly, hag, witch, all the freaking names that describe a post-wall, used-up woman. He gives these videos titles such as Dating Expert Jana Hawking shows why women are shocked when they hit the wall, and Post-Wall, No Eggs, Jana Hawking wants $2,000 to sleep with her. Yes, he's taking aim at my fertility and age. His videos are so factually incorrect on so many levels, but it's not the no eggs part that I find so shocking. Well, when most women hit the age of 30, 90% of their eggs are gone, and at the age of 40, their eggs are powdered milk. This video had 475,000 views and 19,000 likes. This man's favorite verbal dagger is to suggest I'm not fertile, which would be deeply unsettling if I did want kids, but thankfully I don't. And that's, in my opinion, a lie to save face. She's still decent enough looking to live the Sex and the City lifestyle, but once she can't even do that, and her biological clock will go into super overdrive, that's when she'll start adopting cats like it's an animal shelter. Then she's going to be crying herself to sleep every night. She's going to write posts about not being able to find good men or regretting she let the love of her life go. Then there's this particularly frightful looking man who is also attempting to gain notoriety by dissecting my articles online, giving his followers deeply sexist commentary on which I'm making other women miserable. More attacking a man's looks than actually debate her ideas. Spoiler alert, it's because I encourage healthy boundaries and respect in relationships. I know, terrible advice. Healthy boundaries to modern women is code for having super high standards and acting like an entitled brat, or playing multiple men at once because they're quote-unquote figuring things out or discovering themselves. The one thing these men all have in common is that they get their minions, followers, to hunt me down on Instagram and send me the link to their videos so I can be taught a lesson. I don't agree with trolling these figures because feminist social media companies will use that excuse to censor people like the Joker, who has never told his followers to do so. This is just being a Karen and hoping social media will ban her critics. Rather than pondering if perhaps they are the reason women don't want to have sex with them, they instead choose to have man tantrums and dedicate their whole life to tearing women down. It sounds exhausting, right? If you look at their YouTube channels, you will quickly discover they are obsessed with it, and what's more frightening is they've got plenty of followers encouraging them to keep going. It's not tearing women down, it's pointing out the wrong things modern women do. It's exposing red pill truth so more men won't get suckered. Imagine if they spent that time in therapy unpacking their issues rather than letting it consume them. They could have shed the all-consuming hatred and probably learned how to talk to women, but that seems far too sensible. MGTOW is therapy. It's helping men with their issues. It's modern women who need therapy because of the trauma sleeping around has caused them, because they chose to be with men whose value is high enough to treat women bad because they can always replace them. In the meantime, stay safe, ladies, because until the dating apps up their security measures and start insisting people verify their profiles, we best have our wits about us. Verifying profiles will just stop the bots which are geared towards men and kick off the OnlyFans performers and IG models who use those apps to not date but build a following of simps. Yeah, it would be a great idea if the chick's weight can be verified or at least body type. They claim they're curvy, but in real life they're a wide load who needs a beeper when they back up. And men, stay MGTOW. Don't give these entitled 304s relationship benefits that they don't deserve, which includes the most valuable asset you have, your time. Carry on, kings. As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember that if you leave the best comment, you'll get $5. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads, drop a comment, and share it. See you in the next video. Till next time.